Bueno, dímelo, mi gente. Oye, muchísimas gracias otra vez. Want to thank you guys so much. The first episode, y'all supported it. Crazy views. The second episode of Poppy Pops got like 20 something thousand views on Facebook. And all the reels on TikTok and everything, like almost 30,000 views combined. So thank you guys so much. I don't know how you're doing. I just trying something, so I appreciate all the support. Today, we got somebody who I'm really happy to have him here. It's a friend, somebody that I've known since I was a child, somebody that has a crazy story. I'm sure everybody have seen him and have wanted to ask a certain question but never did out of respect. Today we're gonna deep dive into somebody that I just called Carlito. You know, the Tom Brady of barbering, the champion of all champions when it comes to the barbering scene. Somebody with a really cool journey. And I just want to tell you personally, but I'm gonna say it on camera, I'm super proud of the guy who he's become. A family man, a businessman, a man of pride and honor. So without further ado, we're gonna jump into what is the life and the journey of Carlito. Bueno, dímelo, Carlito. How has it been coming back to St. Clair? You're not seeing all the people, your family. We're going to start a little bit there and then we're going to go into.
Man, I didn't know. I mean, I love the island already. You know, I had love for the island and stuff, but I didn't know it was that bad. You know,
No
like
place like home.
coming out the plane alone, coming out the plane and inhaling, you know, your island breeze. It's something unique. It's a feeling that I'm gonna forever have because I love Florida. A lot of doors have been open in Florida, but it's no place like home, man. And that's real.
Amen.
When people say no place like home, it's no place like home. Like I'll be missing the beach. Simple things that we take for granted, and is you don't really miss it.
Man, I think we'd all be happy when we hear Carlito coming down. Some of us to be disappointed when he can't shape us up, you know, but it's all good, you know, it's all good. We understand him. I'm busy and grinding. And again, super proud of what he have done, what he all trying to promote, and what he's been doing here and the influences which we'll reach to. But for now, we're going to start from the journey of who Carlito was, because I remember Carlito from Machuchal days in the bar park. He, Marlon, all and doing like a heap of backflip and all kind of stuff coming down the bar. He used to be like, look at these guys. And then man also playing baseball growing up. You know, we went Woodson, we went to school together and all this stuff. So we're gonna deep dive into a little bit. So growing up as a child, how was it growing up and you don't know how the
Harvey
age?
Project.
Lache.
I don't trade that for nothing, my boy. My life, my story in Harvey is I call it amazing, you know, like I enjoy my childhood to the fullest. Um, I did things that I would do again, you know, like that's how good it felt, you know, and the friends I met became family because my mother moved from Puerto Rico when I was 8 years old to St. Croix. I didn't know no English. I didn't know nobody. We used to live in Calcahoon. And then when we finally moved to Harvey, we had a couple little rough steps on the way. You know, like and my mother make it through where we, you know, and she moved to Harvey, and that's where everything began, my story. Like I started to meet people, like we became close, and then we become family.
Harvey, some people might not, you know, get what they like gotta say about Harvey. I love Harvey as well. A lot of family, a lot of people that helped me when I was an artist get out there. There's people that supported us from day one, still support us till now. You know, so Harvey was a place like home. I always used to be over there. I used to be by Carlito, watching Carlito play Call of Duty, and we're gonna get into all those kind of stories later, but no complaints about there. There's one famous question that you know a lot of people have wondered about you. Some of us know the story. A lot of people though don't know the story, and this is what I base the podcast on. We're on the couch, and we just talk about true events, impactful events, and then the successes that they have had after. And one of the stuff them that we could just visibly see is the burnt marks. You have a lot of severe burnt marks. You could explain to me where that come from, what happened?
Boy, I was 10 years old, 1998. I can remember that like yesterday. You know, we had just come from a baseball game, my first game ever in my life. You know, we win, we were celebrating. So we there by my mother, and my mother baking, you know, celebrating the little first time
Victory.
yeah, we been baseball. So um, then we had some friends come over, and we play for a while in the porch by my house. Then they invite us to go Machuchal and by the trampoline, by Reds. We went there, we been there, we spent time a little while, boom boom. Then we end up going by Colón. You know, Julio Colón, Son de la Loma.
Julio Colón.
Yeah, well, we ended up going there. We went in the bedroom, and kids, being kids, I was like an explorer as a child. I used to try things, I do things I wasn't supposed to be doing. And what you call it? We started playing with fire. I mean, I didn't start the fire, but I joined the game.
Yeah,
You know? And one of the friends start the fire, and then they tried to turn it off, was shot, and I had like a little piece of fire left. And like the crazy child I was, you know, like I take the gallon to try and start a little more fire, and this thing, like the fire went inside the gallon. So I watching it coming, and I lift it up, and it just blow right in my face, you know. And then I close my eyes. When I open my eyes, everything in the room was fire, like
Yeah, bro.
everything around. I have feel fire inside my eyes, in my mouth, nose, everything. Like it was 99% alcohol inside
La botella.
the bottle. So yeah, the alcohol didn't do too much damage, but then the plastic after it as well.
Oh, so the
That's
plastic.
what caused,
when it
melt
broke,
on my
it went
skin.
on your skin.
So we got rushing to the hospital. They stopped a lady in a red truck, and we got rushing to the hospital. And when we reached the hospital, like after the fact that everything turned off, that's when the real heat come in. That's when I feeling like so desperate, like I can't control it. You know, like I trying to close my eyes, open it, like it don't stop.
But you could have still
It's
visually
real.
see, or your vision
Yeah, I
was
could
blurred.
see. I could see everything. I was begging for water. Please, somebody give me water. I mean, agua all over the place. So they just put me on the truck. My little brother been in there too. Um, and on the way to the hospital, when we get there, they tell me, like, they put me in a room quick. And I looking for something to try myself, because this heat is so intense. Like I just want something to take it away. And I see like the IV bags and some other liquid, and I said, this is one I gonna grab. I bust the glass, I open it, and I chose some of myself. I open another one, I give it to my little brother, and then I had like a little pipe, and I turn on the pipe and turn it on and train it over my head, and then no one's telling me it's gonna make it worse. Don't do that. I was like, I don't care. It's making the pain go away. You know, it's something that out of the pain is going away.
How long from when that happened to the hospital? You think that was like 20 minutes, an hour?
No, I heck was too fast.
It was fast.
It was fast. It happened like people react so fast. It's like everything was set in play. You check like we get on, we come out of the room screaming. Bam! As we reach to the front, to the main door, to the outside, the a lady said, come. The truck passed. Whoops, coming into the hospital. Jump in the truck. How long exactly? I was 10 years old, so I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly, but I felt fast. Yeah. And
Still a lot of pain to endure now.
Boy.
Man, esa quemadura, that heat.
that's just the beginning. That was just the beginning, because now when I got to the hospital, I realized they give me some type of medicine, because I wasn't feeling it no more. But I noticed that every time somebody come in the room, they're freaking out when they see me. So I say, I feel good because of the medicine. I said, I feel good. What's wrong with these people? You know, and then the man cover, they put in white curtains thing for my little brother not to see me no more. They tell him, he bawling. You okay? You okay? I said, yeah, I good. Don't worry about me. I good. I said, well, maybe they probably working on something and they want you to see. When my mother reached, she faint instantly at the moment. Because I tell she I'm going to be one place, I'm going to end up being some place I didn't belong to, check. So she wondering why it is like he wasn't there. Then they put me up to the room, to the other room, and like I tell you, every time somebody visiting, coming in, they're freaking out, I don't know what's going on. I just see my hands dark and like then water bubbles when you look at one, all over the place, all over. And then I feel one in my hand, like a big one. And at time, it was in the night. They used to let people stay away in the night. So I tried to call a nurse, and I don't know if you remember if they used to sleep or I remember we was there and I was calling a nurse. They weren't hearing me and I needed to use the bathroom. So I felt like I was good. And I just got off the bed, I grabbed the IV little pole. When I watched the mirror, that was something that was not what I was expecting. I couldn't believe it, like I was swell. Like my head was as big as a basketball. Swell.
Gotcha. Y no sentiste el peso. You didn't feel the weight.
No.
You didn't feel nothing.
No,
Like what you say, you're feeling good.
yeah, I was numb. There was at all moments. So when I see the head and I come close to the mirror, I say, this is why people are going crazy. I was 10 years old, but I understood in the moment that, yeah, this is why. So, but I thinking, this is going to go. You know, like, I'm taking a while, boy, going to go. Boy, my child, we've been in the hospital here for like maybe 4 or 5 days. And then they left me to Puerto Rico. That's where the pain started, the real pain. That I see all them water bags around my body. The man instantly, as I land, you know, instantly bust all of them, bust, and start to pull the skin all over me. So my boy, I was bawling, I was telling my mother, please don't let them do this.
Yes,
But I was just pulling on the skin and my boy, that pain, when you don't say I wish this and nobody this pain, my boy, it's like you getting tortured, you know.
I
Like,
can't imagine.
they're pulling your skin. And then they go into more skin. I don't know if you ever had like a little dry lip and you pull the skin and it cut you. How that little tiny thing
Imagine this.
they were doing, because I really probably get born, it's like my chest up and they pull skin extra. Boy, that was crazy.
So you had from Machuchal to the hospital in a matter of minutes or don't know the time exactly.
Minutes for sure.
Then your little brother, got minor.
Yeah, he got hit, but not yeah.
And then out of just necessity to use the bathroom,
Yeah.
you go in and when you see the mirrors, when you understand why you was getting the reaction you was getting, at that time, like when you looked at yourself in the mirror, like what was like the initial thought was like, yeah, rayo, but you said you didn't think it was gonna last forever. You
No.
thought like your skin was gonna go back to normal.
Yeah.
Like what?
That was, as a child, you know, you get some strong hopes. Your faith will be unique, you know, like, and just like how every cut used to come back to regular, you know, that's how I thinking. I used to see people get swell up in fights
Yeah.
and come back down, you know, like.
Touche.
I live in projects from time I born, so you know you will see fights, you will see people get mashed up, car accidents, and so on, come back to regular. So I thought that would have been my case.
Wow. So now you're there in Puerto Rico. They're starting to now work on you basically, right? Stuff that is not provided. I don't think even up till now here on the island. It's just unfortunate. We should fix that. So you're over there. Start the process. How long does this process continue for? Like the whole healing. Like what did they put
In the
on
hospital?
you, wrap you?
In the hospital, like 2 months after they pull the skin, they clean it up, and they put some like cream, some cream so called like fresh it, make you feel fresh again, like freshen it out, and they put on how you call it, the wraps around after that. When they put the wraps around, it was a good. I was straight. But then, couple hours later, they had to clean that, unwrap me, and take out all of that. Bleeding again, the same pain like the man pulling, boy. And this was every day for 2 months. Then they did the skin graft surgery. Now they take skin from my foot. I get burned so bad that I needed skin from my foot. So like a slice, like they're slicing a cheese or something. So, pop, and then they stick it and staple it on. That was something I ran to I already was going through, And now they wrap my foot. When they're ready to come out, same thing.
And that whole process was in 2 months.
Yeah.
Church.
Every day. Wrapping, scraping, and it's because it has to be done.
Yeah,
Or else
no,
I
no,
could
of
catch
course.
infection, and like. But the boy, like before all of this, yeah. When I've been in the hospital here, come to find out that my little brother was crying because he actually heard my heart stop in the machine,
Oh, wow.
and my heart stopped 3 times
Gotcha.
in that whole process. My boy, like I was going, and there, as an adult watching it now, I knew that God was not allowing that. He needed me. He had,
No, was funny. I literally thought that in my brain. I said, Dios tiene un propósito con esto. No decir la palabra.
He got, yeah.
Pero,
He got a purpose behind all of this because people will die for simpler things.
Touché.
You check? And I went through, why I went through, that whole process means something. Prepare me for something. I have done a couple little walks. I could tell you like 1 or 2 testimonies, but I feel like it's more than that because my life changed drastically. Like I became another person. I was this little kid. Like I felt like too confident of myself in every aspect. I would have fight anybody.
Yeah.
I feel like
They used to box.
this girl could be my girlfriend at a young age, 10 years old. Like I don't know if that's how the way I came from Puerto Rico, whatever, but we came looking girlfriend at a young age. So now when this happened to me, that a year gone now, and I seen the scars them looking different, like they're gonna stay right there. Now ain't physical no more. It became emotional.
Yeah, the reality kicked in as to how you're.
Yeah. Then
Few times.
I tried to go
Oh,
outside.
but wait, you after the 2 months in the hospital,
I came back to
te
St. Croix.
dieron de alta. Oh,
Yeah, I came back to St. Croix. I didn't want nobody to see me.
Like,
Nobody gonna come in my house. And how you call it? I didn't want it like I didn't care for nobody to see me. I like, no, look at me, I look like a monster. This is how I feel, like I feel like my life is over. And one of my partner them that is one of the biggest move that and he don't know probably how big or how important that move was. And how much it impacted me, and I respect this man for that. Eric, he come to my house and tell me, no, Carlito, let me play. I said, no, like good. I went under the sheets, and this man went under the sheets with me. Oh, what the hell, man? You good, man? Like, who play? He brings some Play-Doh and watching him not staring me down or like, what the hell happened here? He was regular with me. That made me feel better.
yeah, give you that sense of confidence. You know what? I am normal. I probably might be normal.
Exactly. So now he stayed there a little while for me under the sheet. Next day he come, I take out the sheet, I be in the room playing with he. Then another machito start to come through.
Yeah, machito.
You know, the man making me feel better and better from the room to the living room. Now I'm in the front porch playing, you know, a little baseball and the hand right there. And little bit by little bit, little bit by little bit, I start to feel confident and I start to understand that this is me now, you know. And people love me regardless.
Yep.
And it's something that is not normal to see all over. So I'm gonna have kids and I'm gonna have people that gonna watch you and wonder. It's just some people don't want that different. Some people don't over wonder, you know, when they're watching you and I guess some people and it's natural, you know, like people want to see, people would like to know.
Yeah.
A
This
lot of
is why
like
we're
you
doing
said,
this.
a lot of people wouldn't ask out of respect.
Yeah.
But they can't help
Yeah.
to watch what
Or
going on.
wonder.
So in the beginning I used to bother me. You know, like, but I got to the point that like I would have do the same thing. If I'd have been in his shoes and in mine, I'd probably watch and wonder.
Yeah.
You know, because I got other things that I don't see around every day and I watch and I'm like, wow, and that have to be bad.
Bella.
You know?
When you put it in that context.
So now I used to go to Shriners Hospital in Boston. I used to get surgeries. Throughout all the surgeries, I got 14 surgeries in total. So when I used to go to Boston, this hospital called Shriners is special for burns. Like a lot of kids, adults, people that get born, they get treated there because they specialize tongue job, specialize out. So I see so much incidents, so much different kids. When I tell you mash up, my boy, like they ain't got no ears, their nose gone, like melt down, you know, like their mouth stuck open, and their hands missing fingers, probably missing a whole hand, and they still smiling.
Yeah.
They still having fun. They don't worry. They ain't worrying who watching them or nothing. So now I watch myself, and I felt so bad. Like come on, you're a hypocrite, dude. Like people going through worse than you, and them are living right. Why you can't be grateful that you're still alive and you still have your body parts? You know, you're going through a little surgery and this and that, but I still alive. You check, I still had all these parts, and it made me realize, like, you know what, Carlito? Let me stop this. You know, and I started doing better in school and stuff because in the beginning I was just waiting to see who's the first person that will call me a name or something, and I get problems for that too.
Yeah. I mean, you're young, like what you said, you're young, you know how to process all the emotions at the same time. The way people looking at you for the first time. I try to imagine, and I would say if it was me, I would be like upset. I would be tired of hearing the questions, especially like if he's my friend and these kind of things. You know, at that age, I'm talking about, not now. At that age, in the mindset, be like, wow, ask me now. You want to support a more, so you know, like, so there's a lot of, and plus you about to be in the teens and a whole bunch of hormones about to kick in. It's like so.
It's crazy.
The experience for everyone watching, and I always been curious, right? You hear the pain of what went on for the recovery of what happened to Carlito. It didn't sound like something that was, como se dice, fácil or easy. It wasn't something that was easy. To me, it sounded, imagine looking forward to the next day to just get excruciating pain all over again and blood all over again. Although we all know it was for the benefit of it so that you don't catch infection like how you said, but 2 months straight. Then you're still doing 14 other surgeries after that throughout the recovery time.
Yeah.
Now, when I was growing up, I never saw nothing different from Carlito either. Like, Carlito was a normal kid to us. Like, it wasn't a thing. And it's crazy because only last night I think on it, and it bothered me now because I know we Puerto Ricans, we don't give somebody like a name and then un apodo, like some kind of like name to go attach it so you can know who it is. You know, and like in Bacon, it'll happen a lot.
Yeah.
So like here we have a lot of Carlitos. So then to familiarize which Carlito, we used to say Carlito el quemado. And I never thought until last night, and such naive, like man, I wonder if I used to bar a Carlito because I never thought on it as an insult, right? I never thought, and we all used to say it, and I never thought it was an insult. It was a way to identify which Carlito we talking about. But as a young kid, you know, like grown now is different, but as a young kid, I could imagine that was se molestaba, ¿verdad?
To be real, it used to bother me. I couldn't help it, you know, but at the same time, I couldn't understand that it's reality.
Yeah.
You check? Like the same way we might say, fulano el gago,
Yeah, exactly.
the other one, el de una pata, or you know,
oreja.
like and
Pana,
we don't do
oreja.
it. We don't do it not knowing if how the person gonna feel.
Yep.
You know, so at the same time, like while it bothering me, I thinking they ain't doing it with malice. You know,
No,
like
we never did it with malice.
I-
but
I-
only last night, cabrón. Ya tengo cuántos años. How long we know each other, dog. And for those who don't know, Carlito, el quemado means Carlito the burnt one, right? It doesn't sound good. It doesn't. But we got all kind of stuff. I got a cousin we would call Blah because the sound of his slippers when he walked was blah blah, so we call him Blah. You know, that's just how we go, so we could recognize which ones we talking about. It was never in a form of to shame or to make anyone in any sort of malice. But I didn't think on it, you know, till actually just last night when I was thinking, getting ready for like what we're gonna talk to about to Calitron. Y'all gonna hear that a lot, y'all. Get used to it. But so we did after the 14 surgeries, you were still in boxing. Right? We used to right there for those who know in Machuchal, they had a little boxing by the Centro with Fela, Big Mikey, the good old days. Still active in baseball, one of the fastest runners, solid hitter. And when did you transition now from, okay, this is who I am, you know, you're going to school and all of this, coming out to your artistry, right? Because now I call it the artistry. It's not only the barbering thing anymore. There's a whole lot of level to this thing, and you shed a lot of light in it. So we're going to pass the story of the curiosity of everyone who was watching and everyone who was wondering how that happened to Carlito, what happened. You just heard it out of the man himself. A crazy story, unfortunate story. If anything to take away from this, and I'm sure he could agree with me, is kids don't play with fire. Like, we could laugh now, but seriously, don't play with fire. Like there's a severe accountability, and right here is one of them. But now you're gonna hear some of the great successes, and we're gonna move forward from such a sad, horrendous time in life, which we all go through, right? It might not be as severe, but everyone has this certain time in which you go through darkness. And I don't feel it'll be like a test. Sometimes it'll be a test like, hey, what you gonna do? How you gonna feel with it? Stop asking help. You, man up, get up, deal with it, arise. So now, the influence of barbering. How did that come around for Carlito after this whole experience and journey?
Well, to be honest with you, barbering was not in my career choice. Like, I didn't even think about being a barber. I wanted it to be an architect was one of them, and then one of them army jets thing pilot.
Piloto then.
Yeah, I wanted to be a pilot or an architect. That was like my main
That's
goal.
funny.
My main goal. That's I
I wanted
was
to be
looking
a
at.
pilot as well for the army. That's crazy.
So yeah, one day my father just out of the I don't know where it come from. I see you with a machine with a clipper in his hand. Carlito cut my hair. Say what she? I said what? He said, cut my hair, Carlito. I said I can't cut hair. What are you talking about? You know? He said, because my mother used to be our barber. But she used to cut our hair all the way, even my father. So, she wanted to cut the hair for whatever reason. she was tired, and so he said, hey, I don't give you Carlito. I need this here off. So I like, because you know, my little brother is who used to cut here. My older brother don't grab clippers already. I didn't look at it like, it wasn't in my list. But this day, when I start to pass the machine, and I get a feeling, and I watching it now catching shape. So I said, what? I keep going, he telling me, yeah, take it off. And I said, no, I want to hook it up now. Me gonna just bring it down, I want to hook up this thing. So I start to like kind of like try to fade it out and so. And I do the shape up with the same clip. I didn't know we needed two trimmers. I wasn't a child that used to go to a barber shop and get a haircut.
Correct.
I was home with a sheet around us and that's it. So that's how I start. After that, I call one of my boys, Taraji. Listen, I just cut my father here. And I come on, good, let me cut yours. Oh yeah, let me see. He come. Bam. When I cut it, he see my father, he let me cut it. I cut it, his brother, then my other partner, and everybody started to get free haircuts. And then that's when I realized, like, I really like this. Like, I stop in doing stuff just to come and cut here. I buy in, I patching up, I let change, 'cause I used to sell candy, my lady in the ballpark. And I patch up, I let change, and buy myself a gold clipper, Wall Senior, the coded one. Boy, I wanted the taxi to fly, because I went on a taxi. I wanted the taxi just to fly reach home, because I want to try this new machine. Walk from Central all the way up, watch fastest. Me so sweat. I just thinking to reach home. I start to cut here with it one time, and boy, I get to the point that so much people now asking for haircut. I start to charge $5. I charging $5. They ain't backing off. Oh yeah. I start to make money, my boy. Listen, and each time I do another one, I learn a little extra. I try something different. We had YouTube.
Yeah, back then, yeah.
You know, my YouTube was Pocholo.
Yeah.
I was going to
not
cut.
bad.
He had a little barber shop by Flamboyant.
Yep.
Fair House. I used to go and cut my hair, and then I was done making my little change. So I used to go by here, and when it's my turn, I let somebody escape me. And I watch what he doing. Then another one escaped me. Cut my hair, and I stitched for like 3 more haircuts. Watching. When I done, I go home, and I just thinking how he was flicking the machine, how he do, what.
Ah, Pocholo, ahora le cobran las lecciones ahora. You could charge, for them lessons.
No, I just, I was focusing in this year. So I go home, trying it, ain't coming out 100% like that, but it's better than what I was doing before.
Nice.
Until I started to catch on, my boy, and one of my cousins recommended me to Bryce Sharp Cuts.
Yeah.
That's my
Bryce
story.
Barber Shop around. That's years. That's where it began, that for sure.
I was so scared. Because a real barber gonna watch me cut here now. You know, because I never, like, although I used to watch Pocholo, I never carry a haircut to here, like in the beginning like that, because I felt like it's not good enough to go and show it yet. You know, so since I felt like it wasn't good enough, I was trying to get sharper and sharper till I get in the barber shop, and I had to show here a cut, Bryce. When I done the haircut, Bryce said, that's a $10 cut. That's when they hit my chest. What? Double? I want to charge.
$10.
You know?
What?
So he said, yeah, that's a $10 cut. You still going to school? He said, yeah, every Saturday. Come true. Boy, that's when I really started to see the little money coming in, my boy.
Hey, back in the days, we all don't take it lightly. Bryce Barber Shop, back in the days, that was a spot. It wasn't just the barber shop. Like, we used to go there. Like any other barber shop, right? It was a hangout spot. You'd go there not even needing the barber shop. You just go in there to see who all there and play around. So the Bryce Barber Shop was the big
The very first barber shop that I stepped
official
into.
barber shop that you worked in. Because I remember going heavy and sitting on in the couch while Carlito rooting Call of Duty, we playing candy. Now, I mean, we got stories from all those times, but is crazy, right? How a journey of any individual could turn out from ¿cómo se dice? El querer es poder. I said
Yeah.
that in the last time with Papi Pops. I don't know how you say it in English. Like the el querer es poder. The
Like
the
if you
need-
want it, you gotta push for it.
yeah, like you could get.
You
Like
could
if you
push.
really
If you
want
want
it,
it, you will
you
push.
yeah. And I feel like if in anything, right, as a barber, you wanted to learn this, look, he just sat down there and gave himself free lessons, right? There was no YouTube and all these kind of Googling things that we could have gone and look. None of that was existing. But he did the smart thing. Sat down, watched one of his favorite barbers cut here and learn. Cut his own hair at the wrist. To be fair, big up to his father for taking the first big risk ever. I was just like, hey, just take it off. You know, like I don't think I'll trust my son. Come on, Bill, conta mi pelo.
Yeah.
But
I was 15. I was 15, you know, so
still,
I don't know. He's something. He had to do
he
it.
saw something, man. He
That
see
day,
something.
if he wouldn't do that, I don't think I would have ever been a barber, my boy. And is something that I really love.
Oh, we all know it,
Trust
man.
me.
We all know it. I got a picture here, right? That I want Carlito to see. That I think I downloaded it earlier. Now I'm gonna send it to him. I'm gonna show it later on in the podcast, right? But that's a picture for everybody who always used to ask. Cause I know everybody used to know, but when I used to do all them crazy designs on my face for all those years of music and traveling and doing all this stuff, this was the only person that did it. It was nobody else. There was nobody. I would call Carlito like right before a performance sometimes. Like, Carlito, I need a shape up. I got a show. And Carlito would come out and do his thing. It was greatly appreciated. I shed tears the day he left. You know, that was the RIP to the beard and to everything else that he had going on at that time. But you there in Bryce Barbershop, you start making double your money. You already get your clientele, which is your friends and family that you already that are comfortable with you, and you make your next step towards
The next shop? Okay. And there, I just want to say that, anyways, like from there, I jumped to, I think it was Platinum Styles Barbershop where Rennie, when Tuna and Shireen had the barbershop. And there, I think I started to work with Joe, Rennie, and Pocholo. Yeah, a couple of different barbers. We Roy, and then my Bryce, I do with Sean, Papito, Mohachi.
Mohachi.
Yeah. Who else? Yeah, a couple of them. Some pana Carlos.
Ah, sí, Velázquez.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl used to cut my hair sometimes too.
A pana named Miguel too. I haven't seen in a long time. And then from there I got Platinum Style for a little while. Then from Platinum Style I got with Jory and West. Cancaria.
Yeah, I remember coming down there for safe ups as well.
After Jory, we do Caribbean cuts. And from Caribbean cuts, fast forward in all the years, I moved to Florida.
Yeah, I remember the day. I remember when Carlito was thinking about it. He used to sit down outside the barbershop and he used to be like, I'm doing this by nervous, Pete. I used to be like, anybody would be nervous. It's a big move. You about to leave not only what you're accustomed to, but your close ones as well. I mean, you're going with your immediate family, you know, your wife, your kids and stuff, but you're leaving your mom, you're leaving your brothers, you're leaving the friendships, the business, the everything that you stand on that you know could pay your bills to the unknown.
That's true.
Now, I as a person, I was wanting you to go. You know, I used to tell you the heck, like, yo, don't worry about any of these things. Go do it because you had greatness in you. And I think everybody used to see it throughout the will that you used to show. You always was willing to do anything. You used to go and do the homeless cuts. You used to go and do all kind of different things that I think a lot of people probably took for granted when you really think on it. Like, Carlito was always there, you know, along with Rainy and Pocholo, like the whole crew was there.
That's right.
And they served a purpose, and they have a well-known name within our islands and out there for a reason, you know. Like when I started the podcast, the first person, like I tell you, the first person hit up was Rainy. So charlatan, like he would love come on the mic and we would talk whatever.
He would turn up the place.
Yeah, you know. But he also firm businessman, Pocholo, the same way they all created what we I know not only Latins, porque when I go in Caribbean cause up to today, if I go there, I Arawe, I get Arabs, I get
Yeah.
Santos, I get Chinese, I
Diverse.
get
Diverse.
huge diversity, and everyone feels comfortable in
Yeah.
there. So you now leave this such comfortable position, this comfortable spot that you earned, and you work so hard for, to take a leap to Florida. The feeling, right? Because I know myself, I never leaving home like that. I know I tell you about the plans, I'm gonna buy an X out, and then kind of stuff, but I never leaving home like that per se. And how does that feel? Like you had anxiety, like you had like
Boy,
fear, unknown.
I was like, I was debating hard because I was blessed. I was blessed. You know, I used to always have customers coming calling me, you know, like it was a blessing. And why I said blessing? Because I could remember on a Friday, I've been in church with a pastor all the morning, helping them set up. And he told me, hey, you go ahead. Like when it was like 10:30, he told me, go ahead. I know today's Friday. And this is a big day for you to make that money. And I tell you, listen, this is my first time using my talent for something for God. Let me finish what I'm doing. You know, like I feel good for what I'm doing. So good that I myself came in for the money that I'm missing, you know? And the pastor was like, you don't know what you just do. You don't know what you just do, you know? Like, what do you mean? So my boy, you just move the heavens. Like you actually feel, you know, doing something, you're sacrificing one of your best days to use your talent for God. He said, watch out, right? And he told me in Spanish, yo declaro en este momento que tu silla se te va a llenar de una manera que tú no vas a poder controlar. Not even a week gone, my boy. And customers start to come in. So crazy, like, I was like, wow, this is already the feel. Already I was being the one, just taking one behind the other. And I was like, this is how this man will feel. And I, listen, one behind the other, one behind the other. I couldn't control it. When I felt like I couldn't control it, that's when it hit me. Bam! Everything the pastor tell me. And I call you, I tell you, listen, oh, you said that with your chest, my boy, because you really mean that. Because,
Se sintió.
yeah, he tell me that it happened in a week, 2 weeks, and it didn't stop. He said it happened, and they were just going even bigger. Now, on a daily basis, I tell them 5, 6 customers I fall for the day. The next day, I fall too. You know, like customers telling me, no, listen, we need to book you a week in advance or 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
That's when I noticed that God is real, my boy. You check
Yeah.
because this man just tell me that right there, and boom.
Yeah, man, you have to go on the app and get booked in advance, so there's not the whole seats are gone. Like Carlito was now one of the most sought after barbers in Caribbean cuts along with Rainy and Patrol. Like those were like top three. You know, you go in there, you want to get touched up by these guys here, and it was again. I'd be so proud, right, to see how everything se ha desarrollado for you,
Yeah.
and now you got all these crazy bookings. Again, like how I said, you have this comfort. Now you see the money coming in, and you decided to just leave St. Croix to go to Florida.
It had a lot of things going on too. And that with that decision, like thinking, debating it or whatever, what pushed me to do it is it was around COVID time. Maybe like a year and change I done gone, close to 2 years again. And schools still had virtual.
Yeah.
The kids been without school for a while for Hurricane Maria. Then they start going to school, couple months after, COVID.
Yep.
So now the kids ain't seeing no teachers in person, and they don't going 2, 3 grades up. So you know as a child from third grade now to seventh grade, ain't gonna be the same. So we decided to go to Florida because up there they had in person. It was one of the few states that started the in person schooling, and that's one of the main reasons why we went. At the same time, while visiting, I see people do barber competitions and so, and I be like, wait, this is something I could do. Something I could do to grow my clientele faster. So I watching around, I watching different haircuts. They get good barbers, they get barbers that are so good. So I feel like with what I seeing, I could survive. So I asked my wife if she want to do it, like, because she always wanted to do it. It's me who was holding it back. And when she tell me that she really want to go, and I asked her, like, you want to do it? She, for real? We're going to do it? Yeah. The next day, everything in my house been for sale on Facebook. Like I said,
Yeah. That's some reality hit for all the sad customers over here when we see Carlito start pumping off everything. I was like, well, my boy made his decision. We wish him well. We'll take a quick little break and we'll be right back. Bueno, mi gente, we are back. It's been an intense first half. I'm sure we answered several questions from what the curiosity mind has when they see Carlito. The first thing they think on is what happened. You have your answer. Now we followed him through his journey of how we all, right? Everyone knows Carlito as El Barbero. Everybody knows Carlito as the barber. So he was in St. Croix, finally made it to what seems to be his peak. Customers after customers, booking after bookings, up to the point that we talked about having an application just to get Carlito, my son. It was crazy. I remember the first time he told me about it, I was like, what? I was like, what? That we went from Harvey to an app, like in this, like what? You know, so
you know what happened? This app, what do you call it? Sorry, I need to cough. This app organized me a lot better. I don't have to take text messages or phone call while I cut and everything coming through, and I just confirm and check. In the beginning, the transition from calling me and texting to the app was a little rough, but today everybody love
yeah,
it.
lock
That's
now.
the cut.
Yes,
Baddest booking app.
the cut. That is the one. Oh, I still got it on my phone. And now you decided, okay, is maybe a chance for me to go to Florida. We left off with you saying that you was competing or started to show interest in competing as a barber competitively out there. So you was already doing um competitions and still in St. Croix, or going back and forth, or you were just inspired to, so that's what took you there.
Yeah, I had never done a competition until the last vacation. I went, Carlos Babalos,
Yes, yes,
Mr. Freestyle in Instagram,
that's the man.
called me. I mean, he put in a story on Instagram, like showing that he in Orlando. Whatever. I said, "What were you doing in Orlando?" Cause before that whole thing, me and he was supposed to open a barber shop here in St. Croix.
Oh, I remember.
And for, like I tell you, everything is for a purpose. For whatever reason, it didn't happen. And is blessings, more blessings than what would have been. So yeah, I text him, he tell me, I come for a barber show. I said, where? I said, Orlando. I said, I check my GPS. I said, "Ocha, I want 25. When? Tomorrow? I going. Yeah. Boy, I went to Wari. I drive over the next day. And I get so excited. I just buy some clippers right there, quick. So I tell my son, how let me cut you here? Pop, and I cut it here. Just to feel it from the inside. You know, I didn't know who was the judges. I didn't know what was the rules. Nothing. I just did it to go in and feel
How
the
it felt.
spotlight, the
How this
tension, the
goes.
pressure. And it was crazy, intense. I was shaking. And I didn't went to win it. I just went to feel it, you know. But now when I watch around, I was studying everything around me. When I find out how it'll go, after I moved, like 2 years after that, yeah, Carlos called me now. I moved to Pennsylvania when I moved to Florida. I tell me, I show why in Reading, and I think you will do good. I said, you sure? He said, yeah, man, come. I know you guys. I know you guys. Bam. When I went up there, I said, you sure I have enough for my He said, he told me, I got big old like, I got 2, 3 man that I could see that could give you competition, but if you, si tú le metes, you know, like, I like, okay. But I was scared, but I used my nephew for that one. I was scared, shaking. When the man said 24 minutes left, man, I wanted to stop. I said, what? Time flying. But I watch around and I see couple other barbers with their eyes open big too. I say, okay, so me the only one of us. I'll be working under pressure. That's why I needed to realize, you know, like after I see that, I take a deep breath, my boy, and I start to work on it, and I see I make it look better than what I was. And I start to look better, and when it's done, I try to watch around and I see a couple good ones too, you know, and I say, oh gosh, like it's okay, you know, I try it again. Pam, so now, then I go with the models to a separate room. So when the man come up, my nephew tell me, Tio, we have to win something. So when he tell me that, it's like catch goosebumps. I said, what you say? I said, he tell me, I know, we have to win something. And they take everybody out, and they had like 5 and we left. And they was talking about mines. I said, oh yeah? So I thinking a little third place, you know, third, second will be amazing. When the man called to the end, they call it third place, they call it second place. I said, man.
Ya perdiste.
Yeah,
Ya
so my
mal.
nephew tell me, no, Tio. I said, why? I said, no. Trust me. He telling me, like, ain't no way. When the man called my number, I said, Barber number 14. Boy,
Hey, let's
electricity.
go.
All over my body, my boy. I can't believe it. I even cuss. Listen, watch out. Going for the trophy, I was saying, please don't say it's a mistake. You know? And I was E-Barber 828. He been over here when we in my show. He was the main judge. You know, here, shout out to he. And I can never forget that day, my boy. When I grabbed that trophy, they were giving me money and products. I didn't care. I just grabbed the trophy. And I said,
Yeah. Sense of
I can't
accomplishment.
believe this. You know, like this is big. This is big as it was. It wasn't a small barber show. It was a big one. The biggest show in Pennsylvania. Bro, I do a live on Facebook. I just say, Christ,
Yeah,
we do it. You know, we come over here and win our first trophy. We're going to let them know the VI, the boat, you know. And that's how I started to keep it, my boy. Like,
Crazy.
people were showing love. And I like, this is my island. This is your check. Like,
We're proud of the
yeah.
man.
They had
Keep
barbers competing and doing it, you know, but I don't know if social media or whatever, but the love that I was receiving, my boy, like I said, what? And it was making me proud to be from St. Croix. Like, although I was born in Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
I consider myself a Crucian.
Yeah.
You know, because my culture, my life, my story, everything is Crucian. You know,
Definitely.
like, I know St. Croix way more than what I know Puerto Rico. I know a lot about Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Not like St. Croix.
Same here.
Growing up, I took via history.
Yeah.
So this is what I know, and I love my Puerto Ricans. I love Puerto Rico, don't get me
Ali.
wrong, but St. Croix is where my heart. You know,
Saludos a
like,
los comarepas.
my heart. Then here I became all my stumble, my struggle, and my uplifting. Everything happened here in St. Croix, you know, and I will forever be grateful for that, and I will forever be part of it. As St. Croix at the Virgin Islands, that's me, you know, like that's the flag I don't rock with when I go into these barber shows.
Yeah. So you win your first show in Pennsylvania. Shout out to Carlos, el otro Carlos, de los Carlos duo. And now you, like you say, you feel that energy, you got that confidence. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I know a lot of people was asked, like, when you to go on stage, how you to do it. To be fair, I've always answered this question, well, they expect no less, right? Like, if you're an artist and you expect to go on the stage to sing, they expect no less. So even if you yourself acting, they wouldn't know you acting because they don't expect no less. That's what they presume you to do. So just do that. Like, there shouldn't be a fear, but I've never had the fear. So I've gotten like the questions like when you go into like a TV show, like a real TV show, and it's like 1 in the morning in
Yeah.
Santo Domingo, like when you're doing that, and you're like, I don't know what this person gonna ask me and how you gonna reply. Like those kind of things, they're where you get. But like for a performance that I know my song, now you have that confidence of I know my style. Now you're moving on, taking this thing serious.
Yeah. After that one, I watched the haircut over and over and over, and I watched how much better I could do it.
So
I
you
was-
still think and you win he win first place, y como quiera, no, he wanted to become better.
No, and now give me that, like, let me say, I breach a next level, like push it, like now I seek it more. Me want to stay with this and be known as this type of barber or this is my type of designs.
Understood.
Now I start going different roads.
Yeah, broaden
Yeah.
the knowledge.
I do one in Baltimore,
Oh,
different state.
to corriste
My boy,
the whole
listen,
thing.
I went first place in that one. And it's crazy because he said, I don't know how that happened. I don't know who tell this man. But he said, Carlos Flores. And then he said, he's from the Virgin Islands. I was like, yeah.
Let's go. That's
said,
right.
Yeah. They give me a $5,000 check for that
Jeez.
one. A marble trophy. And I could have used the check for SMP. They put like a scholarship for SMP class. I traveled to Maryland for 3 days and take my SMP class. I don't also do SMP. It's just that I don't promote it too much, but I do my
For
little
those that
SMP.
don't know what SMP means, what does that
It's
mean?
scalp micropigmentation.
Okay.
It's like a pinpoint hair tattoo with the correct color match and the size of the dot that you got in your head, and at least that's end up looking like hair follicles.
Yes.
And it'll fool the eye. And it'll look real, it'll look legit. So that was my second trophy. Then I did an online one. That's again when I feel
Wait,
love for the VI.
a barber show online?
A competition online. It was a tournament actually.
That's pretty cool.
So they select the guy inbox me and he tell me, listen, you want to be in a competition, a holding this competition, bam, 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 bam. Let me know if you want to register as this amount, bam, bam, bam. So I said, okay, I do it. When I see the names that was in there, all these man, at the moment I had 3,000 followers. This man had 20,000, 16,000, 30 something thousand. And it was a competition based on votes.
Oh, okay.
Like you put on your story or he put in his story.
Yeah.
And people got votes for the best haircut. But we had to do the haircut and 1 hour live on camera. 2 hours live at the same time, doing it. When it said stop, we had to stop. Then record a good video and send it in. And the first one that I compete with was like at least 19 or 20,000 followers. And I beat he by like, let me say like 15 votes.
Wow.
Also, all that love come from St. Croix, man.
Believe it. From the VIP.
The amount of people that start to vote for me and they're sharing my thing. Listen, I get emotional and all. Like, wow, like, and the people just sharing it. And I say, yes, sir, this is why I love this place, okay? Because people don't look out for each other like no other place in the world. Trust what I'm telling you. You could go any place in the world. People don't look out for each other like how they do it in the VI, boy. You check and them man got crazy. And I had family members and friends from Puerto Rico doing it too,
Yeah.
But how it was running around the VI is the crazy part, And I ended up winning that one. Like I did like 3 or 4 haircuts. And the man tell me, you as a barber with the less followers, but you got the most support. I tell you, St. Christ. That man went crazy for me, my boy. That was St. Christ trophy. That wasn't even St.
Yeah.
Because they look out. They look out. The people in St. Christ look out. And even though you could feel like which haircut better, whatever, I love my cut. But if the other people had more support, I would have been hot.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're now branching off into all these fancy competitions online, physical. You broaden your knowledge as far as cutting, barbering, shaping up, painting, twist, all kind of stuff that I'll be watching Carlito paint. The whole man, there's a whole bunch of stuff. If you haven't checked him out, to follow him on Instagram and look all his stuff. It's pretty awesome. You should. I'm gonna tag it in our description below so you can make sure you follow him and continue his journey. So now you doing the competitions. When you were doing the competitions, were you already cutting like in a solid barber shop? You were established in Florida in a barber shop?
Yes, in Florida, I gone to a barber shop with one of my boys from Puerto Rico, and come to find out it was a little too far from where I used to live, so I was driving like 40 something minutes every day. When I coming back and I had traffic, they pushed it to an hour. And I didn't have the freedom to share business cards in my area when we going shopping, the post office where I'm going to, because it's really far. So I met Jody, introduced me to a barber, and I live in the same complex where I was living.
Shout out to Jody.
And he keep telling me, the barber keep telling me, come by me, we get movement. So they had a barber shop called Groomsman Barber Shop. They have it there, is where I went after. And that's where everything changed, because now I closer to home, I could share business cards. Plus the barber shop had mad movement. It had traffic coming in, it had a lot of customers. So it was 16 of us, 16 barbers
16 barbers.
rotating.
Wow.
They had a
Okay.
system. The way they had this system set up in this barber shop, it was so good that everybody don't eat equally.
That's good.
All new barbers. So the barbers will write the name in a barber list. When a walk in come in, whichever barber there first is who turn. You erase your name, you pick up the client. And that's how it was. So I had a chance to, in between everybody, do a little haircut. So I was doing like maybe 5 to 9 haircuts a day. And then each haircut I do, I was taking my time, because I had to go to 16 more people before I come back to me. Right? So I was taking my time, and making sure they're going to come back.
Yeah.
And that's how it was happening, little bit by little bit. And then they're sharing the word out there, like I got a new barber, come from the islands, and I had the flag up by the station.
Okay, representing.
So little bit by little bit, it start to grow. Like I tell you, I work while little change, and then I save some to pay bills because we ain't got no clients yet. So by the 4th month, the barbering was paying the bills already. Me had to really use as much as I
That's
can.
cool. God is good.
Yeah, God show up for me in Florida. Because people start coming in. Now, I book like the big barbers, the big time barbers in the shop. I seen myself cutting
Them
one by one. And I'm freaking out, like how you doing this in such short time. And I could tell you is customer service. I could tell you is how I move around with my business cards. And I could tell you it's a haircut. I could tell you it's a haircut. But it's God, my boy. You check, like he plays that blessing on me, like wherever I go and we have a conversation, people don't like the energy, people don't like, like how I is, and I don't connect a lot. And thanks to God, today I get so much different connects in Florida.
Leaving St. Croix, doing a crazy transition to Florida in the span of 4 months, competing, barbering, making it your home. You find yourself stable once again, family, kids, school, everything is now good. And now Carlito pushing towards more.
Yeah. I already mentioned to a couple of barbers, like my goal is, I didn't want to stay in a barber shop forever. I wanted to grow to actually open up my own shop. And some of the barbers will be like, oh, if you open your shop, I go with you and stuff. Like, you meet them barbers. I meet them barbers in different shows. And through Instagram is a beast in Florida, in the States, period, once they come to barbering. Through Instagram, local barber teachers were seeing my work, and they reach out to me if I could go and give them a demonstration in class or whatever. I started going to different barber schools, giving them a little class with designs, Somebody want to do hair color because I learned to dye hair, everything up there.
Yeah.
And the serious ones will want to follow you. They'll follow you and you follow back and you don't see these young people walk. A lot of them will follow you when you open your barber shop. You know, this is the only thing I was thinking. And I had problems with my paperwork transferring from St. Croix to Florida because of some policy that they had over there. And because of that, I had to leave the barber shop where I was working because I've been there and they were giving me the chance and then there wasn't like the place for the licensing wasn't processing it fast enough.
Okay.
So anyways, I had to end up leaving the shop. I was scared now because I made that shop at home. I started doing house calls. It didn't work. So I got and asked another barber and I explained the story to her. I tell her, listen, and I don't have my license. I have a license, but it's from the Virgin Islands and they're giving me a hard time. It's in process. I show him my paperwork. Or everything up there is digital. So I show that it's processing the last step. So he said, well, if the inspector come and we could show you that, it's two things. He might either lay slide or we're going to get a fine. You check? So he took the risk. I was there for him for a little while and thankfully my hours that I had to investigate, the hours I had experience up here, I could show it up there and then they approve it and I was able to take the test. Like beginning, I got to take the test, pass it, and now I get my license.
Nice.
Boom. Then a little after that, I got a phone call. I find me a shop for good. A good fair amount. Too good to be true. I can't say that. So we had a little meeting. We everybody agreed to everything. We do the barber show last year.
Yeah.
And when I went back up, I buy the shop and remodeled the whole place. They had 3 barbers at the moment when I got it, and then we opened with 6 barbers. Like from the time we remodeled, we opened with 6, and today we have 9 barbers.
Look at that. The power, determination, and the wants and the needs. Put the wants aside, get the needs in general. Be a good person in life, and look at the fruits of your labor. You took a risk that, to be fair, I don't want to say nobody does, because a lot of people do take risks and they just leave the island. Not much of them that have a success story though, of that, like how you have it. You gone to the States and made not only a name for yourself, like how you said back in the VI, in barbering. Now he have his own shop with 9 other barbers. But let's talk about this Super Bowl, aka the most biggest known competition, real quick before we end the show, because I want people to understand the caliber in which Carlito started. And y'all remember watching Pocholo right there by Flamboyant. His father trusting him, go cut my hair real quick, to working with Bryce, to doing all these things with Caribbean cuts, to leaving, to going Florida, to linking with Carlos. You guys doing all of these kinds of stuff. So making it to what I could compare to is like the championship, like the Super Bowl.
They actually call it the Super Bowl of barbering.
And you have the Tom Brady of barbering right here. Like the biggest competition, and when I say this, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a global competition. People from like different parts of the world, China, like all kind of different kind of people.
It's actually the biggest competition in the world.
Top-notch tier. So how does that, briefly before we close, how was that experience going into that? Because from what it sounded to me, you always getting shy before every performance.
Yeah.
And now you're going to people that probably you were following on Instagram once upon a time. Like
it's crazy like that.
Now you're that here. Like how me and you that here, and we competing for this prize. Talk to me quick about that.
Boy, I went there to feel like I participated in the biggest show, But when I started, like I already had my little experience, you know, and knowing how to break through the limit that you give yourself. Sometimes you break through right there and then in the spot. You know, I didn't have the texture of the hair I wanted it. I the one model that I was running from, because I've been looking for models around. I asked everybody around, everybody said no, except the one I didn't want it. Because I needed a different hair texture. But the dude was so like passionate about it. He told me, yo, you Carlito, of course I want you to do my haircut. So I said, what? I said, okay, you gonna do it. But I still give it a little spin again. Me find nobody. I went up on stage with he. One of them boys that tell me no, and then going up on stage was another dude that he do me like. I said, it's okay. When I doing the haircut, and listen, this category that I was doing was the main event of the night.
Category. Okay.
Call it duplicate category. They put an image on the screen, then they give you the same image in your paper, and you gotta do that image in the hair.
Okay.
So when I watched the image, I said, wow. I said, I could do this. You know, like, then we just go for it then. So when I see it, I start to do it, I watching around, the man, you don't feel so intimidated. Like, it's best not to watch around because I watch around and I say, look at all these professionals. Like, and I just here trying this, you know, like, I watching around and these people look focused. Like, they focus on the haircut, they're right there. And I like, okay, there we go. And I train, and I do my thing, and then I hear one of the judges mumble to the next one, listen, so far, this is the closest one. So I say, he's saying that about me or the dude behind me. So I watch back and I kind of catch him looking at my haircut. I said, okay, Carlito. My hands stopped sweating and all. I said, we gotta do something. We gotta make it happen. You know, and I got on with it. I started cleaning more, making sure, put enhancements where I needed to put it and making sure everything on point as much as I can. When I finish this barber and I look at this and I what the haircut, I said, if I don't win, it have to be somebody that bad in one of these tables. You know, this might have to be a beast because I feel I actually was satisfied with what I saw. You know, normally I could feel like I could be better or whatever, but I felt like I didn't feel it's the baddest. But no, I felt like if somebody gonna beat that, they have to be somebody that's bad. You know, like he have to be really because I reached to my expectations, you know. So now they gone to the back. And the dude tell me something more. I like my nephew. He said, we top three. I said, you sure? He told me, so I started to shake. that little stage fright, I had it during the spot. I said, you sure? He told me, yeah. I said, oh my God. Boy, when the man call everybody on stage and they put all, they line up all the models. And the man said, Baba number 6. I said, he lied. He lied. Nobody moving. They say, it's me for real. I said, I couldn't believe it. But hey, that feeling, that moment, this thing had over 11,000 people. You know, this thing is full of barbers all over. And I do with barbers, Australia, had Chile. Like people, I hear African. This last time I ever see Chinese people, a man from Europe saying he win the big barber thing up there, so they pay here a ticket to the big one, to the biggest one. So I was in the beginning like, wow, this thing is I get people here, and just to win this, I feel so good. I'm so thanking God, and when I get out, people telling me, and now like it was so much cameras coming. 2, 3 at one time when I been frightened, like the man asked me, so how long you got here? I tell him in Florida. So nervous I was. You know, so I tell him Carlos was right there and Carlos is way better than me.
Yeah, he's good.
You know, so I tell him, just that to him. You know, because boy, I get nervous so fast and a lot of people telling me you don't know any position, you just put yourself, I don't know, you tell me nothing. I tell you this is a barber show, you know, well, I come to represent and it happened, you know, like I can't act, but I'm not telling me, boy, you don't know the position that you put yourself in. So crazy, right? Fast forward to a year, because the same year they give me a little chain, 14 karat of diamonds, real diamonds, Like, I can't believe this. The following year, when I went to that big show again, it was different now. A bunch of people watching and pointing
Yeah, they know
and
your
asking
name,
me for
they know him.
pictures. So, and sometimes, to be honest, sometimes I feel like they're confusing me.
You ain't used to
like,
it.
hey, that's serious. You check,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and the man, no, let me take a picture. Chicago, I got Chicago, we never been so far north. A dude called me, my name Carlito come. And then we take a picture, he said, La Leyenda in Spanish. I said, you sure you get it right, Carlito? He said, use Carlito VI.
Okay.
Right? I
Stop
said,
it,
yeah.
huh?
I said, your walk sick. That's when I said, why? I actually have people out there looking at what you're doing. And I got with it the following year. We got with it, that was this year. I do freestyle, a different category this time. And I had a couple, like I tell you, big, you know, see big shots. And I ended up winning it again.
Let's go.
This one, I felt more confident because I feel like I outthink them by choosing the style I gonna do. Cause usually I will go like a full design all around, but I say this is 40 minutes. I want to go something from the side to the back, and do it fresh, clean, and get time still to come here and do a fade and like say. So people trying to rush to do something impressive, and when they catch on at 40 minutes ain't enough, it's not too late.
Yeah.
You know, now I clean up my whole thing, do a nice little design, enhance it, everything, and do a little hairstyle. And I noticed that walking down, it caught people like people was watching it. And to the point that Pocholo wife, Maria, was telling me, when they said the second and the third and second, I said, first place, Maria told me, go, Carlito, just go.
Let's go.
Go pick it up. I said, you think Maria, she said, I tell her, and the man said, Carlos Flores. So when they called me my name again, I said, what? And that have put me in a position today, like in the barber industry, where a lot of people know me. After the 3 trophies now.
Let's go, man.
You know, so in Florida, practically they man tell me like, certain people will tell me you can't compete in my competition.
Understandable.
Because,
Understandable.
yeah, so I will
To be
say,
fair.
I like it. I like the feeling.
To be fair, that's understandable because you know you gotta let others compete.
So when I go and judge, I actually seen some like I liking it because I watching new talent coming up, and I could see myself in a lot of them.
Yeah.
Frightened, you know, with good talent, but frightened. And let's say you will see people sweat, and let them drip, and sweating because
Pressure.
they think that
The
pressure.
pressure is serious. Well, man, this was a good, interesting talk. I'm really glad that we did this. One of my main reasons for doing all of this, like how I tell you off camera earlier, is that I wanted to document a lot of our Hispanic fellow leaders around here that's doing stuff, not only in the Virgin Islands, but all around are still representing us. I feel personally that our Latin vibes slowly dissipating, and I would love to try and just, at least for now, be able to document as much as I can, put it out there so our kids and the future kids could see also that, hey, nosotros hicimos cosas.
Yeah, we
¿oíste?
could be somebody too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
check.
yeah.
Nosotros podemos hacer gente, podemos hacer cosas. It doesn't matter if you are burnt. It doesn't matter if you had a stroke like Papi Pops. It don't matter if you had a plane crash. All these people had some crazy stories. These past 3 episodes, intense stories. And look at Papi Pops. Papi Pops was with Shaquille O'Neal and Run DMC, and this guy, like, literally a household name. Now he's serving God, doing purpose for the kids, showing them how to DJ. Carlito is now taking on the same adventure now, judging, showing people, welcoming new talent to his shop over there in Florida, guiding them so that they can also be good. One thing we just comment is people like to see you do good, but not better than some. Not everybody's like that. We ain't like that over here. We ain't raised that way. If you could be better than me, that's what we want.
It's a
That's what
blessing.
you expect, you know, and that's why, like, you will shed a tear because if you see somebody, that fruit that you pour and you just throw that little fertilizer and all of a sudden that just,
That's you part of that story.
Exactly.
So
You know?
like how it happened to me, you know, like Bryce have a big part of my story
Yeah,
for giving me
Bryce.
that first opportunity. My father is the
Yeah, he's the main
he
man.
planted the seed. You know, he planted the seed, and then I had other people watering it. Like I tell you, with Pocholo, with Rennie.
Rennie.
Then I've been with Jody Baba Shop and West Alewa
Amen,
with
Jody.
Hito. You know, and you learn something from everybody you come across with, and come up with your own style.
Well, to close it out, Carlito, what would you tell the audience as far as perseverance, determination, and what to look forward to with Evolution Cuts?
Okay, first of all, put God first, you know, follow the purpose, your dream, you know, and everything gonna fall in place. They're gonna fall in place. Don't let people try to disturb or stop your career or your dream because they're trying to put things in your ear like you can't do it or anything like that. You know, just push for it. Listen, I had a crazy childhood. I went through all these things that you guys hear, all of you hear, and I still make something out of my life, you know. I seek in more, you know, because now I see I have the potential that I have, and that's what everybody need to do. Find your potential, push for that, and don't let nobody stop you.
Let's go. And now for Evolution Cuts, where could they see you in Florida? Because all we don't go Florida. How we could find this barber shop? What's the phone number? Let the links out.
Evolution Cuts Barber Shop, you can search it in your same GPS like that as Evolution Cuts Barber Shop. We're in 105 South US 301 Highway, Suite 109, Tampa, Florida.
Let's go.
Look it up. I mean, we're gonna be there at your service. You'll have an experience, not a haircut.
And to be fair, from what I heard, it's a diverse line of barbers that you could get in there. Whatever you need at your service.
Yes, we have 4 Crucians, Puerto Ricans, we have Vietnamese, we have black, everything, white,
everything.
black,
Costume.
white, Puerto Rican, Vietnamese. You, whatever you're looking for, we have it. Trust me.
Nice, man. Well, again, man, thank you guys so much for helping us get this name out there, the Couch Podcast. Carlito, muchísimas gracias, cabrón, por
Gracias a
venir
ti, bro,
aquí.
gracias a ti.
It's always a great thing to see old friends, people doing things. And again, like me, I don't like to be doing good and not having friends do good as well. So it's always great to see people doing great with their lives. And catch us in the next episode, man. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you guys so much.
Sabe boy from the VI, from the VI, 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 from the VI to the world.